Welcome to the saddest, most tired episode of Wrestling with Tim. We have all had awful nights and are all just tired because for whatever reason we could only do this on Saturday morning because Ian is difficult. So here we are, 9 o'clock in the morning, before Backlash, giving our Backlash predictions. Now, if you recall, the rules for us, we are not allowed to change our predictions unless there are some extreme circumstances, like we replace this wrestler with someone else. But other than that, we don't get to change our picks. So, today we're going to go through our Backlash picks, who we think will win, and next time we will tell you that I've won. So, who wants to go first?
Which match are we starting with?
I'm not
It's
sure.
only a 5 minute card.
It depends on who goes first.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Okay. Jacob Fatu, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, and LA Knight. Aren't you happy you went first?
Oh, I'm so happy. I think Jacob Fatu's gonna win. It's too early for them to take the belt off him. They're just trying to give him the best possible showing they can to try and make him look as dominant as they can.
Okay. Ian?
Jacob. Yeah. For everything Kory just said. It's too early to take the belt off him. I feel like he's going to have not like as long of a reign as Gunther, but like a Gunther-esque reign.
So,
The mid-card time.
right. I also agree with you, but not for anything you said. I agree. I agree that Jacob Fatu wins this match because it solidifies him as someone who can actually... I mean, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre are both former world champions. LA Knight has been in that conversation before. Having him like dominate this match really establishes him as a potential for to be one of those guys. And I feel like that's what you want to do. WWE's gotten really good at actually making and building stars over the last year or two. So I think this is just another step for Jacob Fatu's development. I mean, honestly, I don't know what more they really need to do for this guy because he's just killing it. But I think this is a step for him. So I also agree with you, Jacob Fatu. All right, Ian. John Cena defends the WWE Championship against Randy Orton.
John Cena successfully defends the
Yeah,
WWE
yeah,
Championship
yeah.
against Randy Orton.
Yeah, we're being honest, this whole thing is a slam dunk, right?
Yeah, it's probably the most predictable card. But
Yeah, except for maybe the Lyra and Becky match, but we'll get there.
So I had a thought.
Here we go.
I've seen reports that it won't be a long one. I've seen reports that Jeff Cobb is rumored to be debuting tonight.
I saw this.
What if and everybody thinks he's gonna like interfere in the U.S. title match. What if he debuts as like Cena's heavy?
That would be dope.
Like immediately stick him into that world title picture.
Alternatively, what if he's Dominic's heavy?
He's the new member of the Judgment Day.
Bro, tell me that isn't
That's
immediately dope.
As dope as that would be, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be a SmackDown. Is what I'm hearing is that he's a SmackDown
Sure.
roster guy.
Well, to be clear though, the rumor that he's going to debut tonight at Backlash is again just a rumor. We don't really know. We know he's left New Japan, but we really don't know what the deal is. Right? Hikuleo's been in WWE's like programs for a year or
he's been
so.
in the PC for like a year and a half.
Right, and we've seen nothing from him.
I haven't been hearing good things about him.
Who, Jeff Cobb?
No, Hikuleo.
Oh, well,
I'm hearing that he's not impressing and doing so great in the performance.
Who knows? All I know is that what my only point is, like, they've had a bunch of wrestlers that they've been linked to that haven't shown up yet. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Jeff Cobb could be one. I don't think Jeff Cobb is crazy good, but I don't know. I
didn't know he was Matanza Cueto until like we started looking into Lucha Underground's roster.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Lucha Underground was like heat, honestly, bro.
so good.
Like, all right, so Kory, John Cena, Randy Orton.
It's gonna be Cena. Ian was so confident to me that
Oh,
there's
crap.
0 chance that Randy Orton wins. Do you want to go ahead and say what you were saying?
So we were on the phone the other day, and we were talking about the Backlash card and how predictable it is. And Corey goes, there's like a chance that Randy Orton wins." I'm like, "No, there's not. There's no chance that Randy Orton wins."
Wait,
And
wait, hold on. I just want to make sure I got this right. Kory changed his mind based on what you said, only because you immediately disqualified his entire argument.
no, that's not where I'm getting at.
Okay.
I was being so arrogant that I made the statement, "If Randy Orton wins the title, I will bleach my hair."
So I need Randy Orton to win this.
Yeah.
And then I
That's
told
where I'm.
about 3 days later, I told my wife about this, and I actually sent Corey the quote by quote interaction between me and my wife.
Is it PG?
Yes.
So what is it?
Hey, babe, just a heads up. There's a very, very, very slim chance that if Randy Orton beats John Cena tomorrow, I'm going to have to dye my hair blonde. I don't actually think this is tomorrow, but Saturday. No, you're not. There's no way Randy's going to win, so this is not going to happen. I'll tell you what's not going to happen. You dyeing your hair blonde.
So I need John Cena to break his leg in this match.
Yes.
Lord help me.
I'm just saying the whole like retirement tour is ruined if John Cena breaks his leg, right?
Oh, that'd be so sad.
Which is why he's wrestling the way he is, which is sad and slow. But you know,
Still going with
That's just
Cena.
how Cena wrestles.
yeah, but it's not always. But that Cody match was just not good. That's Cody's worst match in WWE, like back from AEW. That's like his worst one.
John Cena wrestled like a 70s heel during that match.
Headlock. Headlock. Travis Scott's coming out. Stay in this headlock. Yeah, poke you in the eye. It's like palm thrust. What are you doing?
All right.
Like, just actually poke him in the eye or something. You know, make me believe it.
Okay. I have a question.
Okay.
'Cause I saw the clip. Who was the fake Randy Orton?
I don't know, but he had.
Did they just have Miles Bourne come up and like fake an RKO?
So I was curious about that too, and I was trying to check out the tattoos, and they look similar.
To Miles Bourne?
Maybe could be.
It's like, I mean, he hit like people do make the joke that he's just a young Randy Orton.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. He's definitely shorter than Randy Orton.
oh yeah, well that guy was shorter than Randy Orton.
That's what I'm saying. He was,
Oh yeah.
you know. So I don't know. I'm sure we'll find
would be
out, but
That would be hilarious. That's how Miles Bourne gets called up to the main roster as fake Randy Orton.
right. So just to put this on record, I also think John Cena retains. Randy Orton's not the guy to take it. So we'll get there. I'll do the next one. Dominic Mysterio defends his Intercontinental Championship against Penta. Dom is going to win this match, and he should. I love Penta. I love what they've been doing with Penta. But him losing to Dominic Mysterio is not going to ruin him. And also, it's going to involve the Judgment Day, so it's not like it's going to be clean. Kory?
Yeah. I also think Dominic's gonna win. I'm confused as to like this feels like it's kind of just a match for the sake of having an extra match on the card, just because of the build to it was really non-existent. Penta has lost 3 separate other Intercontinental matches so far, and he beats JD McDonough, and he's suddenly allowed to be rewarded a 4th try at it. Like, logically, it doesn't really make sense, but it's still going to be a great match. I'm
Yeah,
excited for it.
it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Ian?
How often do they do DQ finishes on pay-per-view?
I don't know. When's the last time we had one? It doesn't have to be a DQ for Dom to win.
Well, no. What I was
Oh,
thinking
you're
was
saying Penta.
Penta wins via DQ, so
That
that
could-
Dom retains.
It could happen. So what do you think?
Because I was running this whole thought process of they don't want to pin Penta, but Dom pinned Penta a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Dom. Dom wins clean. The thought of the DQ retention crossed my mind though.
I mean, it's always plausible, right? Like you can't rule it out, so it makes sense. All right, we'll do the hardest one last. Ian, Pat McAfee, and Gunther.
I wonder who's gonna be the new host of that show on ESPN because Gunther is going to kill Pat McAfee. Like, is it going to become the AJ Hawk show? Is that what we're doing? Because God, that man is dead.
Bro, who knows? Also, just for the record, I had already selected Gunther for all three of us because I'm like, none of us are picking Pat McAfee. I
Hey,
think,
that Goldberg is going to go crazy though.
yeah. Oh my God, if Goldberg shows up
Yeah.
and Pat McAfee wins because Goldberg spears like the
Oh no, it'll be after.
No.
Gunther's not
Yeah.
taking
It wouldn't
another
show up till
L.
after.
I don't know. It could be in the middle of the match. Who knows? Can you
I'm
imagine?
still bought it on my thing from the last show.
I don't recall.
Gunther kills Pat. Keeps beating him up after the bell. Cole tries to save him. Gunther tries to kill Cole, and that's when Goldberg shows up.
Why would Goldberg wait for Michael Cole to be healed?
Because
Michael Cole's not going to jump in there. Gunther may like kill Pat and then come down off the ring and then be jawing at Michael Cole to go get Michael Cole. Michael Cole is not the one attacking Gunther.
well, you know, Pat attacks Gunther to save Cole. Maybe Cole is finally after 20-some years grown a spine and ready to do something to help.
Yeah, I don't think so. But you know, hey, whatever, could happen.
Would be cool.
Yeah. All right. So the last one, Kory, Lyra Valkyria defends the Intercontinental title against Becky Lynch.
I still haven't come to a final decision on the see. I don't, cause like, so I see Becky a world where Becky wins because it's Becky and they want to like maybe try putting some more importance on the title. Not that Lyra's not doing that, but I also feel like Lyra could retain, but the only way I think Lyra retains is if we get a Bailey interference.
So
I kind of just have to like bet on if I think that's gonna happen or not.
and what does your brain tell you is going to happen?
I don't think it's gonna happen. I think Becky's gonna win.
Okay.
I hope I'm wrong though. I want Lyra to win.
Ian?
She's got to take out the garbage and the recycling, guys. It's Becky Lynch.
I hated that so
funny.
much.
It was so
I
funny.
hated
So
But
go ahead.
here's the thing: they want to like this Lyra Valkyria Becky story is very reminiscent of the end of Damian Priest's reign with Gunther, where like while they were champion, they weren't very like captivating, but now that they get to this big final challenger, suddenly they're stepping up their game. And I think much like Priest, Lyra's going to be a lot more entertaining and interactive with the crowd and stuff. She's going to, after she loses the title, because she'll be back on the chase.
So I agree with you, Ian, that Becky wins. And I also agree with Kory that Lyra will win in the end. I feel like this is a feud we're just beginning, right? We've seen Triple H is very patient, you know, even to his detriment sometimes. And I feel like this is a story we're just beginning between these two, and we have a lot of room to go, right? So I think what we do now is we have Becky win this match, take that title from Lyra. She can cheat, she can do whatever, and then it builds Lyra getting it back, right? And then it makes that, in the meantime, it makes that title mean more, that Becky Lynch has it. You know what I mean? So we're building that title. We're building Lyra. Lyra eventually overcomes Becky and gets that title back. How the Bailey thing ties in, I don't know, but we'll see. I mean, that could be the blow-off where Bailey cost Becky that title. Lyra gets it back, and then Becky and Bailey go off and do their thing. But, I mean, However we get there, I don't know. But I will tell you, Lyra has been killing it these past couple of weeks. Like
Oh yeah.
her,
He has done for Lyra what they wanted Charlotte to do for Tiff.
yeah.
And
Oof.
Charlotte just wouldn't play ball. Like this is how a veteran should come in and build up a younger star.
Agree. It's almost
Like,
like it's almost
even
like
if Lyra
Charlotte's really not that good
loses-
at this.
Even if Lyra loses, she's still been better off these past few weeks than before.
100%. And that's how this should go, right? Becky maybe has a couple more years to do this, right? And I mean, what better way for her to spend her time than building up people so they can fill those spots? I mean, this is fantastic. This is how this should go. Becky needs to win this match to get that title so that she can eventually lose it back to Lyra in a way that's important. So I choose Becky Lynch.
Very good.
So real quick, you guys saw SmackDown or clips of SmackDown? Did you see the John Cena promo on Randy Orton?
I didn't watch the whole thing. I saw somebody throw a beer bottle at him.
Okay, that was funny. Because he stopped the announcer and he goes, no, wait. He takes the bottle and looks at the crowd and he throws it. Did you hear what John Cena said about Randy Orton's? He was calling Randy Orton a failure, right? And he said he's gonna be
The
like
same
his-
thing to like when same thing to when Gunther was feuding with him. That kind of thing doesn't land when you're talking about Randy.
No. Because he said you're gonna be like your 06 drug test, a failure.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It was like, ooh. Even the crowd was like, did he say that?
What year did they change the drug policy because Randy Orton failed and he was gonna have to be fired because of it?
So there was a
Was
built.
that like 09 or 12
It's,
or something like
it's
that?
not that they changed it per se. It's what happened was there was a contingency that if you had like if you got 3 strikes, you were fired, right? If you had 2 and then you had like a certain period of time, they would knock one off. So you had like if you could go like I think it was like 6 or 7 years without a strike, they would knock one off. Also, Randy Orton's first time being suspended wasn't for drugs at all. It was for scaring Trish Stratus, you know. But that's not a PG story, so. But talk about
Noted.
that later. Yeah. All right. So it looks like we got all our picks in. What is going on here?
I'm still pretty confident that this is gonna be a good show. Like that Fatal 4-Way is gonna
Yeah.
bang.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, looking at this, the possibility for the worst match is probably the main event.
Oh yeah. Because when given the right dance partner, Pat McAfee can put on a show. So,
Sure. And if
and
you
I
just
think he's the biggest concern as far as like skill level.
well, I mean, but he's in there with Gunther though.
Yeah.
It's just
And-
gonna be fun watching him get absolutely demolished.
Yes.
Well, that's the thing.
That's
This match,
scary.
it's going to be one of two ways. Either it's going to be like a Gunther starts killing him, gets cocky, and then Pat makes a comeback, or it's going to be 30 seconds, chop, sleeper.
Oh, I don't think it's gonna be that quick, but it's gonna be something for sure. I mean, I think the way you go about it is you have Pat start to get offense in, right? Like really quick, just rush him, just rush Gunther. Figure if I can rush him, maybe I can beat him, right? I think he does that, and then I think you get to a point where Gunther's selling, and then he chops him once. And then this starts the downfall of Pat McAfee.
And it's just like 8
Yeah.
minutes of Gunther killing Pat McAfee.
Yeah, but I think Pat's gonna just try to rush him, just try to, hit him as many times as he can really quick. It's like if you watch like a UFC fight, right? Like there's a lot of people who try to they're the knockout artists. They want to beat you in one round, and they're just gonna try to pummel you, right? But if you survive that round, they're like out of gas. So it's like a strategy. Like, do I try to survive this round and try to run defense, and then once that's over, just destroy them because they have no more energy, or do I, or do I try to stand toe to toe with them? And I think we're gonna kind of get that kind of story where Pat's just gonna try to just blitz him, and then he's gonna get killed.
Fun.
Badly.
Excited.
Yeah. He needs to like Jimmy Uso this dude, so I don't gotta see him on Raw on Monday. You know what I mean?
He's definitely getting written off. This match.
Please, for the love of God, give me Corey Graves back. Please.
Yeah, well, college football season's starting here soon, isn't it, Kory?
It's May.
They usually write Pat off around this time
Good.
for college football.
Good.
Unless my timeline's messed up.
When does college football start?
I don't think it's till like fall time because school's almost close to being over for the summer.
Oh, you're right.
It's May.
Oh yeah, no, they usually don't write Pat out until like payback. I'm thinking of the wrong.
Yeah, he normally sticks it out for the end of the summer, so that's why I was confused. I was like, it seems a bit early to be writing him off TV.
But he's been here
Unless
he's been here all year though.
Since January,
Yeah.
he came back in January, didn't he?
Yeah.
For the Netflix debut.
He's been here the whole time.
That's pretty normal.
I hate it.
He normally January. To the end of
I
summer.
hate it. I hate it. Please go away. But all right.
Fine, then we will.
Thank God. All right. So we got our predictions in. Unless you guys have something to talk about, we can just end this right now. Kory, go back to bed.
Ian, go back.
I'm up.
I'm gonna take a
I'm
nap.
up.
I'm gonna take a nap too.
I'm gonna go.
I
sit on the
actually
couch
took
and
notes for
watch
SmackDown last night. We're not even going to talk about SmackDown.
What do you want to talk about from SmackDown? Go.
I just wrote down so the main thing that I'm really confused about is I want to know what they're doing with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte. I want to know why that's a thing and where that's going.
Well, this is how stories start, right? Like, who knows?
Did they interact on SmackDown?
They did. Charlotte went to
This
leave.
is why you need to watch SmackDown.
Yeah, this is why you need to watch the product. So Charlotte went to leave, and then all of a sudden, like the vehicle she went to get into, the door slammed, and then it was Alexa Bliss standing there, and she said, "We need to talk."
We need to talk.
Yeah. No, she didn't say it in the
Yeah.
weird like, "We need to talk." It was just, "We need to talk." I was like, "Oh, this is interesting."
Me, you, and Lily.
I don't know what we're doing with that, but. By the way, I like that they're trying to make the Charlotte Flair like people hate Charlotte Flair thing into a story, and even the crowd wasn't going for it.
Great.
Even the crowd was like, "Nah, no thanks."
We're not gonna play your game.
It's like, Dayton,
She's like, I'll just
why?
leave, and everyone in the crowd starts standing up and pointing.
Yeah,
at the
everyone.
door.
She's like, Dayton, why are you being so disrespectful? And they weren't. They were doing exactly what I've always wanted a crowd to do to John Cena. They were doing nothing. They
Nothing.
were saying nothing. And it's not that they were like enthralled by the things she was saying in that weird cadence she speaks in. No, they just did not care about her, and I was like, "This is great." And then she started pretending.
I liked that Jade Cargill go to the back of the line thing she did as their match is about to start.
I like it, but I hope it doesn't give us a Jade Cargill versus Charlotte match.
We're getting that.
I don't. But
That might be at next year's Mania.
I just don't want it. I don't.
Well, yeah, because it's Charlotte. Nobody wants
Exactly.
Charlotte.
Charlotte Flair is not the person. She's really.
Yeah.
She's just not.
We have moved on past Charlotte Flair.
Yes. I prefer Nia Jax to Charlotte Flair. Her last title run was actually pretty good. From the time she came back to that run, she was great.
Last night too.
Who, Nia?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you hear that?
No, I didn't. I was.
They were like very apparent. You can't wrestle Chance. They were so loud.
Were you guys at the Oh, you weren't at the Christmas loop they did in Detroit?
No.
Oh, Nia Jax said something that was not PG. People were chanting.
I think I remember seeing that video.
People were chanting, "You suck, you suck," and for the sake of this podcast being PG, she said something along the lines of, I learned from your mother or something. And I was like, oh my God.
That's hilarious.
Oh wait, no, actually that wasn't it. It was worse, and I can't even say that on here. I'll tell you after. But
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah, I know what you're referring
Yeah,
to. I saw.
it was worse.
She said that in Detroit?
She did. I was there. It was,
Oh, I didn't know that was in Detroit.
yeah, it was hilarious. It was. It's funny
That's
because like
so
as
bad.
soon as she did that, the crowd cheered for her. so like, if you just be detestable, the crowd's like, "We love you." Yeah, that was hilarious. What up?
Oh, we didn't get a chance about talk about the releases.
Rip.
There's a few that like very much shocked me.
Dakota Kai and Braun Strowman were the two for me.
Dakota Kai, Braun Strowman, and then
Bye, Kory.
bye, Kory. Dakota Kai, Braun. Welcome back, Kory.
Bro, I don't know what's going on. My internet didn't go out. It just my Discord just gave up for a second.
Okay.
Dakota Kai, Braun Strowman, and Cora Jade shocked me. And the only reason Cora Jade shocked me was because they were like, she was like a WWE in-house built project. Like, it felt like she was always gonna be somebody they were working on.
The thing what you just said there is why I was not surprised to see Cora Jade go. The fact that she's like a WWE project that they're constantly working on, but they were getting like very minimal results from. Like I couldn't tell you who Cora Jade is as a character. I couldn't tell you what her finish is. I couldn't tell you a lot of things about Cora Jade because I feel like she wasn't. This is my opinion. I feel like she just wasn't advancing the way she should have been. I think
Roxanne Perez came in and completely blew by.
Exactly. Well, Roxanne Perez came in and made everybody look like they weren't doing anything. You know what I mean? Like I mean, I think of Mandy Rose when she went from the main roster to NXT. The progression she made, the character development she had was like phenomenal. And had she not had like a whole non-PG thing go on, maybe she would have been on the main roster killing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I think I look at that and I go, yeah, that was really good development. Like good for her. And then I look at Cora Jade and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, she's only 24. I'm sure she'll be back down the line.
And that's the thing, right? Is what's going to help her develop more than being in the PC is going other places, getting more reps other places and different styles and learning more. So I don't think that release was necessarily a bad thing for her. I think it's better off for her than it is the company, honestly. And I think people are really like salty about a lot of these releases, and I get it. It sucks seeing people lose their jobs. At the same time, it's like they're trying to cultivate stars. And if you aren't one, you need to go become one. You look at Cody, you look at Drew, you know what I mean? There is a pathway back if you can, actually develop. And if you're not developing in our system, maybe you need a different thing to help you develop. So,
yeah.
If they go to TNA, they could like stay in the WWE. Like,
I was gonna say TNA is a good spot.
yeah.
I hope Dakota Kai goes to TNA and not AEW. No shade against AEW, but AEW Dakota Kai is she's gonna show up, get a push for about a month, and then vanish.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
TNA, you could be the face of that knockouts division.
100%. Did you guys see the thing I sent you a couple of days ago?
Which one?
Check Instagram. And it just
Instagram. Oh, that's why I got lost.
Yeah, no, I know it's a black hole. Just go back like 2 things, you'll see it.
Oh, the Kevin Owens thing. So funny.
Oh, I saw that and I was like, it's Ezekiel, Elias, and now Elijah. It's a picture of Kevin Owens in like a straitjacket, losing his mind. It was cool to see him in NXT.
Yeah, it's always fun seeing people who like come back. into NXT.
Yeah. It shows that the door is not as closed as people seem to think it is. You know what I mean?
No.
Like,
I mean, they're all through TNA. But
sure. But like, there were a lot of talent at TNA that used to work for WWE that we haven't seen,
Mhm.
right? But it's like,
Nick Nemeth is probably the big one.
he is the big one for sure. But to me, it's like, it shows you it was just a business thing. It wasn't we hate you,
Mhm.
leave, or die. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, even Alberto Del Rio may have gotten a contract, and I'm not sure about that one. That
I have a theory about that.
they signed him
'Cause
so he
they
could drop
signed
the title and fire him.
Yep.
I hope.
Yeah.
Because they've got that Worlds Collide show coming up in about a month
Oh,
at this point.
bro.
And I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna have Del Rio like at some point on like AAA TV, have Del Rio drop the title to Vikingo, because there's like you have to have the AAA champion on that show, and there's no way they're gonna put Del Rio on national TV.
Yeah, well, I guess the thing is they were signing a lot of those talent that will be on that show, because they're like, they're smart enough to go, we don't want to showcase somebody if we don't have them under contract, like AEW did with Stephanie Vicaire, where they showcased her and WWE was like, mine, because she didn't have a contract. But their thoughts were, we don't want to showcase somebody unless we have a contract, because you can always buy them under their contract.
Del Rio is old enough and smart enough to be like, yeah, I'm not dropping this title unless I know I'm getting paid. So
Yeah, that's not PG. Never mind.
Didn't a similar thing, like, didn't Javon Evans appear in AEW and then WWE just kind of snatched him up?
Yep.
I say that because have y'all been seeing the stuff online about Javon
Ricochet,
Evans going at Ricochet?
It's so fun. Bro hit the shift key on every word.
The fact that he like capitalized every single word, makes it seem like so much extra work. Like, why would you do that?
He called Tony Khan a crackhead.
I know. Also, that's not PG. But you know what was funny? You know what was really funny? I was thinking about this the other day. So Ricochet took Zach Gowen's leg, right? But like a week ago, the Street Profits did the same thing. And I was like, oh, no original ideas? But like, I mean, it's Zach Gowen. And if you're going to see Zach Gowen, you might as well steal his leg. And the fact that he was
Gowen, the guy that Brock Lesnar repeatedly just murdered on TV.
Yeah, he had one leg, and Brock F5'd his one leg into the ring post over and over and over again.
Brock said, "You gonna have no legs."
Yeah, that's kind of what happened. Yeah, no, it was kind of brutal, kind of great, but no. Ricochet versus Zach Gowen is going to be weird. It's gonna. I mean, Ricochet could have a good match with like anyone, right? But
yeah,
I mean, if it's one specific style, the question is, can Zach Gowen do that with one leg?
I don't know.
I used to giggle when they'd toss him into the ropes and he would hop all the way there and then hit the rope and hop all the way back. He looked like the lamp in like the Pixar movies. Yeah, I don't know.
Speaking of movies, Kory, have you seen Thunderbolts yet?
No.
Wow.
Oh, good.
It's so good, dude.
I've seen it twice.
Same.
I'm so behind on everything Marvel, dude.
Did you?
It's an impossible vehicle to keep up with anymore.
What do you mean?
Not really.
Marvel. It's so
Brother,
much.
they released one movie last year.
Yeah, and I'm already so far behind from like when they released 37 things during the pandemic that like I'm never gonna catch up. They started doing every single TV show that they possibly could be.
Oh yeah,
doing.
the TV shows get a little.
But they're slowing down on those though.
Yeah, a lot. I've still not watched Echo.
Don't save your time. It's
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not good.
We are branching away from wrestling now.
I mean, it's whatever. Everything is wrestling. Everything.
Berto
You're
face
right, you're-
turn.
Yeah,
Birdo
That
faced
looks
her
like it might be
happen, kind of.
happening.
Maybe.
Them boys are
it
going
makes
down
sense.
to AAA, so
Yeah, makes sense. Birdo could be a big. I would send him to AAA, and he could be a huge star. And then
Yeah.
come back up.
we were at the Tigers game last night, and you know how like before every at bat they're like number 31 Riley Green or whatever, right? I'm sitting there like, man, like I would love to have a PA job because I would make every at bat feel like this person was a big deal. And I'm doing an example, I'm like, Riley Green, like something like that. And Lauren goes, Ian, it's because you watch WWE where every announcement is a big deal. I was like, oh.
Bingo. Every production thing I have ever made or do or have done is all based on, you know who has the best production ever? It's like the WWE. And it's a thing. I've learned so much from watching their TV. Honestly, if you see like a production error, you go, I saw that, right? But if you don't see a production error, you don't even think it exists. You don't even notice it. The best production is one you don't even notice. And I've learned that from the one time I saw them when John Cena first showed up, they spelled his last name CETA one week. And I was like, John Cena? The hell? And then like the next week it was Cena.
Big mouth, John Cena.
Yeah, exactly, kinda. That's the one moment where like he was right on how he pronounced it. But yeah, no, it's just weird. But
I love Santino.
Oh, he's the best. The Royal Rumble elimination is my favorite. I wasn't ready. The fact they were even able to like pull that off as smoothly as they did is like a testament to him and Kane. Though I think he was just like, I'm just gonna kind of hop, and you're just gonna just clothesline me as hard as you can. But yeah, it was great. All right.
We've been going for about 45 minutes. I think we're good.
37.
No.
And 6
we
seconds.
started late.
7, 8, 9. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at
Set 3 alarms this morning, and not a single one of them went off. Ian called me, and I looked at my phone. I'm like,
Did you get a?
I'm just staring at the time on my phone. I'm like,
Bro, it went to voicemail, and as the voicemail started, he answered the phone. It was like, "Hey, Mom."
no, I laid down to go to bed at 7 in the morning.
Wait, you went to bed at 7 a.m.?
Yes.
To be up at 9?
Mm-hmm.
You are a not PG word that I can't say right now.
It wasn't done by design. So okay.
If you were going to bed at 7 a.m., just stay awake for 2 hours.
No. Okay, yeah. But
yeah,
I'd
that
rather
but
have an hour of sleep than no hours of sleep. Like, I was going to bed last night, right? And
it doesn't sound like it.
Before 7 in the morning. At a normal time, I tried going to bed.
What was this normal time?
And
4.
like 2, 3 in the morning.
That is not a normal time.
That's normal for me. It's normal for me. And like, so I live in the basement, right? And it's summertime, so it's earwig season. And there's a giant earwig crawling on my ceiling, and I notice it as I lay down, like it's right above me, and I freak out. This thing's like, it's huge. It's a huge earwig. And I freak out. I get out of my bed. I'm kind of just watching it crawl on the ceiling for a minute.
Why don't you just kill it?
And then it falls on my bed, like off the ceiling. It just falls onto my bed.
Yeah.
I took a video of it. I got a video of it falling. It's on my Snapchat.
Did you start screaming as soon as it happened?
No, I didn't notice it happened till like I'm typing on the video and I'm watching the video back and I see it fall like in the video. I'm like, oh god.
Did you find it and kill it?
It was so bad. No, because it vanished. It vanished.
You were watching
I was
it
so terrified.
intensely, and but
All right.
I just had to.
how long were you watching this thing?
Literally like 30 seconds.
And that kept you up for hours?
It was huge, bro. It fell on my bed. What do you want me to do? I'm paranoid.
Hold on. What was it?
I'm so paranoid.
It's like dismount, dismount.
Wait,
wait. He's just like da 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 da.
Do a flip.
Yeah.
Hey,
mean-
Spider-Man, do a flip.
That's the guy from
Yeah,
Severance.
Zach
that's why I'm
Cherry.
dead inside
Yeah.
this morning.
I mean, that's a stupid reason to be. Was that an earwig or was that it looks like a centipede?
Looks like a centipede.
I don't know, bro.
That's a centipede, my dude. That thing is not going to bother you. Matter of fact, that thing is afraid of you.
Okay, but imagine if I didn't get out of bed. Where I was laying, that would have fell.
Earwigs are the
directly on
ones
my
with the
chest.
pincers. I was
Yeah, we
driving.
get those too.
I was driving a car. I worked at a dealership at the time. I had to get this souped up Camaro some gas, right? So I had to go to the gas station, and I have to do this Michigan U. And I'm in this car, it's stick shift, so I have to be really intentional with what I'm doing. Push, hit the clutch, change gears. So I'm going to turn around in this Michigan U, and I feel something crawling up my leg. And it's
Oh no!
it is and I'm wearing shorts because it's 100 degrees out, and it is an earwig, and it's got its thing, and it's doing this with it, and I'm like, nope. So I'm about to take off, and then I stall the car out, and I just get this thing off me, and I'm stomping it, and then I'm like, there's a cop behind me, and I'm like, I really gotta go anyway. So I restart the car, I'm going, and I can feel it trying to crawl back up my leg, and I'm like, frickin' just doing all this thing, and the cop, we don't have plates on the cars because the dealership is so close to the thing, and they just kind of know what's going on. So the cop stops at the red light next to me, and he goes, "You okay?" I'm like, "Dude, there's an earwig trying to get me," and he goes, "Oh, don't do it, don't let it." And I'm like, "I'm trying." So I stomp on it. I stomped on it, killed it. I'm like, "Yeah." I get back to the dealership, and the cop is pulling into the dealership, and I'm like, "Oh no." So he pulls in, and I guess he was just gonna go meet with the salesperson because he knows a bunch of them. And then as I walk in with the keys to give him to one of the salespeople, the cop goes, "There he is!" And I was like, "Huh?" And he goes, "Did you get it?" I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Did you leave it in the car where the customer's gonna be?" And I was like, "No."
Yeah.
And he goes, "I don't believe you." And I was like, "Man, you don't work here." And then so we had this whole thing, but yeah, no. Every time I saw that guy, he would come back every once in a while, and he'd be like,
Earwig,
yeah,
what up?
did you get it? Did you kill it? I was like, dude, that wasn't funny, man. That was freaking crawling up your leg is the worst because you're wearing shorts and stuff, and you're like, you get to my knee, we're gonna have a problem. You know what I mean? No thanks.
That centipede literally fell on my pillow.
It's
It
just-
would have fell directly on my head if I didn't get out of bed.
So okay, landing on your head would have freaked me out a little bit, but it's a centipede. It doesn't care about you. It's trying to just live.
Yeah, but it's living in
Are we still
hindsight. It would have
recording?
fell on my head.
Are we still recording?
Oh yeah, this is still going.
I don't care.
have
This is
reached,
terrifying,
all
bro.
right, we'll do the predictions in 20 minutes and just
Yeah,
shoot the wind
yeah.
for an hour.
Yeah, I have a bunch of my stuff got canceled today, so this is what I have to do.
Yeah, I don't have to. Lauren's working a wedding, and we're supposed to be there at 10 to help set up, but now we don't have to be there till noon.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, oh, you need to go, but I mean,
Yeah. No. Well, we were supposed to be there at 10, but we don't have to be there till noon. So I'm gonna show up for a few hours, help her out, and then come home because Kory's coming over tonight for Backlash. That'd be dope.
have fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably just chill at home and watch it and eat leftovers from last night. But all right, guys, listen. I'm gonna end this because I want to go take a nap. I need to go back
Yeah.
to sleep for a little bit. Yeah, so I also got to process.
Sorry,
and
drop
do
my
all
phone.
this. Dropped your phone.
Did you not hear that really loud sound? My bad.
No.
No.
I went to pick my phone up and I dropped it on the desk and it was really loud. I thought the mic picked it up.
Nope, didn't hear it at all.
Anyway,
As soon as you said that, my phone vibrated, so I'm like, what did you do? But no, it wasn't you. It was
I
someone else.
dropped all of our phones.
Yeah, yeah, clearly. But all right, guys, listen, I'm gonna let you go, and hopefully I win Backlash because actually I don't
I don't think anybody can. We all have the same predictions, except for I think Lauren picked.
Well,
Pick
well,
Pat. I saw
Kory,
that.
of the three of us,
Lauren did pick Pat.
and of the three of, is she gonna lose that one? Unless she wins, and then I'll be really upset. But the only of the three of us, the only one who has an alternate pick is Kory choosing Lyra. So
I said Becky.
I'm pretty sure you said Lyra.
I
though.
said I said Becky, but I really wanted Lyra to win.
Oh,
But I was
alright.
going with Becky.
All right, I'm gonna fix this for you just once.
I'm praying that John Cena wins this main event.
He's
Now,
gonna-
now I'm second guessing. Now you heard me say Lyra. Now it should be Lyra. Now it's gonna be Lyra.
Do you want Lyra to win or Becky?
Final 5, 4.
Stick with
3.
Becky. Stick with Becky.
Okay, so there's no chance.
I just gonna be Lyra now.
If whatever the score is among the three of us, it will be the same score for all three of us. So we all win together or we lose together. And I,
Tim's gonna pull up the guys. I won Backlash on our next episode.
right, I won Backlash with 6 other
So did
I
people.
also won
Anything else
Backlash.
except for my life.
It's like I won Backlash. I won Backlash. I won Backlash.
No, I'm Spartacus.
Yeah, we all get the participation trophy.